Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. We have whole day. The last entry, 79475, target 3766 is 128 ticks into the profit based on one contract. As you see, you get a new signal. Now there is a new signal on the scalper automated to trade. Buy at 14023, target 14053. For the ones that would like to scalp, you can follow the scalper ES. It was a short trade and on 3087 and target 376975. Also 177 ticks to the profit based on one contract. So you're very welcome to follow any of those automated trade. Uh, I have some problem with my internet, so I'm using an emergency internet, and I didn't want to cancel today the YouTube, but on the scalper. Uh, Lorenzo up 600 by 950 and up 1585 on the scalper, and optimized nicely the 600 in cash from live trading. I love you, man. Thank you. Are you using what time frame you are using on the scalper? For the members to follow it, because okay, 1 minute. All right, it's fine. After we did this webinar, there is a lot of people switch to this time frame so they can uh, avoid the volatility. Okay, very nice. Avoid this volatility, the ones that, based on 1 minute. So, uh, the NASDAQ 1000. We will do, we're gonna go ahead and start activating the auto trades. And we start, guys, there is a reversal. There is all kind of auto trades in there. There is no magic in the trading too. Which one you can control, which one you understand the most, and you work your way out of it. I mean, it is work like any other job. You when you come in, you are using a new tools. You, I don't know. I don't know anything in this life if you don't work. You get. I mean, but the work is pleasant. Once you start to understand the rhythm, you shouldn't be any problem. Today, I wanna concentrate a little bit on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq lately has been extreme. Um, um, right now on the Nasdaq, we have the 2154 as a re-entry, and you should not thinking about going long anywhere, because uh, keep go long on the Nasdaq until, actually, if you want it, you can go limited order on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. This is not a trading room. But you can go short on 49.75 limited order. There we go. This is limited order, guys. There you go. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. This is the first crosser. Break even. Now, keep your eye on the 409.78. And if we break that, you're gonna be on $1,000 trade. Keep your eye on the 409 projection. We just called this trade for you. And be on a sim, we're not responsible. There is two directions here. If we break the projection, it will be $1,000 trade. If we don't, break even as soon as possible. We're still dancing around the 409. If we break the 409, your target is 326.50. I try not to give too much trades because I want you to oh boy, my internet really. Oh, my internet. I don't want to keep I want you to learn on the gold on a sim. Gold, you can go short on the NASDAQ. Break even. Take your trailing stop. Use a dummy trailing stop. You don't use a dummy trailing stop when the market 326. The gold short on 95.2 on a sim. You're not paying me to put you in the trading room. This is not a trading room. This is an educational room. I just want to. I feel like want to give somebody boost up for this weekend, which is, I guess, my policy to keep calling trades for you. I don't like that. I want you to learn to fish yourself. But once in a while, we can be in a good mood on a Friday. It should be 96.8 on the gold. I'm still using an emergency internet, guys. So I don't have too many options. I don't want to turn on too. So I'm using a limited resource right now on the auto trading on the NASDAQ. Your target is right in line at. Let's keep looking at the gold. We call the gold for you. The stop loss should be 96 on the gold. And the short trade limit order 95.2 or 95 even. Limited order short. For the ones follow on the NASDAQ, this is your target, gentlemen, and that will put around $1,000 in your pocket. Fib line. And I don't want to overwhelm with an auto trades and but at the same time, I didn't want to not show up on Friday. So I hope there is no impact on the YouTube. Keep your trailing stop at 16 level. If you exited on that trade, you're not done. Re-enter the market again at 43775 on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. I'm not your financial advisor. And it is for training purpose only. Beside your auto trades. This is your re-entry at 33, limited order on the all trades off on the gold. Yes, sure. No manual trade, nothing on the ES. This is the area where you don't trade the market. From that level at 476,325, this is one big mess. It's a jungle on the ES. If you are insistent on the ES to take a trade, here is your short trade at 3783 on a sim with an extreme high risk trade. Anything, we recall the trade for you on the NASDAQ as a re-entry. Target again to the 328. Do not use a dummy trailing stop. We want to make sure you get $1,000 today. I do that, but if you see a little blur on your YouTube, I'm using an emergency internet, and there is a drop in the frame. I'm sorry about that. I had an option to call it off for today, or come in and use the emergency internet, and I'm using an emergency internet. Keep going. Let me see if I can find you something on the CL, sir. Sure. This is a really funny story on the CL. Keep going on the NASDAQ. Keep going. We have an entry, a re-entry from that number. And we hit it right on the tick on the re-entry. Keep going with it. Use a dummy trailing stop. Yes. Do not limited order sell. There is plenty trades on the NASDAQ today. ES trader, be careful. It is an extreme. There is a short trade right now on the ES. On a sim. On a base, on a pullback. Keep going with it. Your stop loss should be 7325. Today I'm forced to call the trades for you because I don't want to use a lot of auto trades. I'm on emergency internet, so I need to make it up for you. I will call some trades for you. Keep going on the ES NASDAQ. Keep going on the ES NASDAQ. Don't panic. Be a man. Don't get excited either. Be German about it. And we're gonna go down. Keep going. ES traders, NASDAQ traders, keep going. CL, there's no trade for you, sir. I'm keeping my eye on it for you. Whoever follow on the ES, Be careful with 3761.25. Nasdaq, you're gonna be home free at your target at position. We just keep your eye on keep your hand on the mouth, and let's see what we're gonna do. A break even on the ES, but we don't want surprises. We don't want surprises. Break even. We're gonna get you home to the Nasdaq. We're gonna be home free soon, guys. 326.25 is our target. That will put a few bucks in your pocket this weekend. It's not my idea to keep calling the trades for you. And now there is a pullback. Pullback, guys. Pullback. We're gonna keep let me show you how you're gonna do this. We're gonna keep banging on this market, because once you know how to trade, you know how to trade. That's it. For the ones you broke even on the ES, you're still on that trade. Stay on a break even one, plus one take. We're gonna keep banging on this. ES is finished. There's a chance here for re-entry. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't want to give you it here short. This is a re-entry on the at 405 even, limited order on a sim. I'm not your financial advisor. We've been covering auto trades for a long time. I'd like you to stay on a sim and feel how to trade manually. And for the ES, I prefer to go short, limited order, short on the Nasdaq 4057, limited order. And if you want to be more conservative, go on 403, limited order. Don't look at your indicators. They're not worth anything. So, keep going. Target 2650. 2650 is your target. Two options on the ES. You have this one here. And I prefer the trade to be limited order at 783.50. Going. Keep going with that trade. From here is a very high risk trade. Even, break even. Plus one take. Do not use a trailing stop. Let those disaster trader use a trailing stop. I tell you where you put your trailing stop. Just a break even plus one take. Stay on target one more time. 32575 is your magic number. Gonna stay on a break even. Stay on that trade. Stay on that trade. We're going down. 32575 is your magic. What happened to my traders? Anybody jump out of a balcony, or are we still here? Okay, good. Good. Very good. All right. We all okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. The ones took the ES, close position, you're done. 6-2. Again, I apologize. I'm not activating too many auto trades today. Do not take that trade. The signal on the ES, do not take it. Is a wrong one. Why it is? Because you have a heavy support area here, and this one is a wrong trade. The auto trade follow that signal on the ES. There is a heavy support right under it. It's not gonna make it. So this is where you say, no, I'm out of here. You know. When you see things like this happen, you immediately tight up the stop loss because it's not going to make it. There is a support area. I knew it. This is a no trade, and you immediately cover it and get rid of it immediately because it's not going to make it. You know, and if we want to take again an ES trade, um, it has to be limited order. Limited order sell at 3759, but we're still gonna drive you for the one, or we're gonna go to the next level. So you're gonna walk away with a couple $1,000 on that trade. Stay with me. Don't close trade on the Nasdaq. Stay with me. Stay with me. Short trade on the ES. Limited order on a sim. I'm not responsible for your trade. Don't ruin my weekend. Just keep your weekend ruined. Short here, limited order. Nasdaq, we hit the wake at the numbers we told you. Stay a little bit. Put your trailing stop at 238075. Secure some of the profit. Secure some of this profit. Because if this ES broke that area, we're going to break that area on the Nasdaq. And we're going to drive 1,000. Stay on that trade. We secure some of the profit at 37. It's going down on the dummy trailing stop. Let the full stay with it. Confirm the resistance. You stay on a sim, we can get more. Stay with it. Don't let it fool you. Those guys, they are fooling you. Don't let it fool you. Stay with it. Be German about it. Stay with it. Here is the situation on Friday. We're going to go down. And if we're able to manage this line here, we're going to go down and block it, get a $1,000 trade based on one Nasdaq. Here is the story for Friday. And that area here, we're going to go to the institutional targets. And on the institutionals, it will be profit taking. And what you see here, they're knocking out everyone going short right now. You do not get excited over one bar. Okay, it's finished. Call it off. Close everything. It's finished. It's finished. If you notice here, it says buy on your chart. It's finished. So we called the trade for you from way up, and we told you the target is 325, and it is done. What else we have here? Let's look at this. We have a guy who wants CL. CL is going south. There is no trade. It's done. I have tried that many years in the room, and when we used to have a trader room, and I feel I wasted so many years. You sit down and you explain how to trade, and even read in the Playboy magazine. So I try not to. It's not over yet, Ben. Ben, one of our traders, he is very much into it. He's been with us for over a year, and we have covered that when it's come in, which if you go back on the YouTube, this is a short again, Ben. You know, this is the number you need to keep going back and back and back on it. This is a short trade again, but I don't want to do it. It's become very risky. You know, it's become a very risky. I don't want to. Once the market goes in between those two yellow lines, there is no more short trade, and Lorenzo, you know, yeah, that's how it is, Lorenzo. But I got bored with it. And I don't want to babysit a grown man. I just don't want to do that anymore. But I wanted people to learn how to trade. I don't want to keep fishing for them. And um, this is a wrong thing when you pay somebody to go to a room to call a trade for you. How about if you fall in love and jump out of a balcony? How are you going to trade tomorrow? You know, say that on when we were kids, Lorenzo, and I'm good with math. On the chemistry, my son is like me. You just write his name and deliver empty paper. Physics and math, I was really proud when I was a kid. And we used to have one kid in California, in LA. He really was driving me crazy. If I get B plus, he gets A plus. If I get A plus, he got better A plus. No matter what I do, the rest of the class was piece of cake, but that guy. So one time, I was looking at him in the class, Lorenzo, and he started pissing me off because I considered myself king in the math. And he really started getting on my nerve. And I start keep looking at him. But back then in California, we were young, we go partying at night, God knows where you wake up in the morning, but I mean, we were kids, And I said, this guy don't have life, So I want to test the water with him, Lorenzo. So what I did, I came in the morning and laid it on the table for him. And he got red and all, it's a different culture, those Japanese. I mean, I don't know how they behave. You cannot read their faces anyway. But at the beginning, he rejected, and I start looking at him because I want to understand this guy. And he start looking at it little at the time. And then I start taking him out with me and getting him drunk with us. And 3 months later, he was not on the top 3 in the class. I got him. He was really pissing me off, and I really got him. And so this guy I was guilty with. He was really pissing me off in the class. But he become upgraded to our culture, and he started enjoying drinking and going out with us, and yeah, and then I had to leave. I went from one school to another, and then I registered in way out of California to Columbus College, Columbus, Georgia. And then before Columbus, I went to UT, University of Texas. And oh man, it was a nightmare. So I ran from Tennessee to Georgia. That was too much for me. From California to Tennessee, it was like a different country. And then in Atlanta, it was. But that guy, I got him, and I'm so glad I did. I'll never forget his face. Anyway, so 377275 at 25 as a limited order. Exam, physics and chemistry, 3 hours each, and I took them all in one day. The math 96 on the final exam I got, 94 on the physics, and 0 plus 1 on the chemistry. I just wrote my name. And okay, there is a re-entry at 72.50. There is nothing, guys. I cannot activate auto trades because I'm on an emergency internet, and I wouldn't dare turn on any auto trade when I'm using emergency internet, and the YouTube sucks all my internet. So I'm sorry I'm not able to share any auto trades with you today. Nasdaq, there is nothing left on the Nasdaq. ES, yeah, we are going 775, 65.60, 65.59 limited order. What I'm smoking today. If you are on the ES tradable market, and look how they kept going back and forth on the re-entry. And once we hit the target one, this is an institutional, it's going to be profit taken on the target one. It's 10:47, right on time. 12. Once we hit the target one, it will be profit taken, and target two, this is between 11 and 12, then the days is over on the trade. There is not much you can do. Again, guys, I'm not using auto trades today. And the reason is I'm using an emergency internet, and I cannot auto trade on an emergency. Yeah, protect your profit, sir. Protect your profit. And now you can see it is sideways. Look at this. On the Nasdaq, you can see buy, and a heavy support area here. You see that? And look at this. Also on the ES, buy. This is another system. It's telling you where is the reversals are, and but there is no buy signal, not for the ES is going back to the 377075. This is a re-entry short, but whoever want to take it, you got to be very careful now. The markets start getting really risky and choppy. It's a very choppy market right now, so you got to be careful. Not every time you decide you want to take a trade, you can take a trade. You cannot do that. You know, when the market opened the doors, you need to jump on it immediately. And when the market close doors on you, you should not go head to head with this 2-3-6-4-7-5. We are gonna go into heavy chop on the Nasdaq, and the probability whether you are auto trading or manual trading is gonna be Look at this. Look, look, look. It's a cat and a mouse on that number. Beautiful. If this market go above that number, kiss it goodbye. There is nothing left. Because also the ES is all the way up at 37.70.50. And then we have those institutional targets today. So now start getting nasty. This is where you stay on the side. How the ES, Mr. 007 here, gonna. Now we are coming to the re-entry. And yes, they work nicely, you know, and like what we covered last week on the reversal is on the YouTube, how to trade reversal. They are good, and I prefer reversal, but the reversal you don't need to be. We're still around that area. Let's see. The re-entry point on the ES is 37.70.50, and if we're gonna cross this, I'm calling it off for today. That means there is no more trade. It's finished. And no more trades. You cannot optimize those low. You cannot optimize. Right now at 10:52. Now the market start going into banana sideways. What you do with your auto trade, now you start looking for trouble in the market. You're not looking for profit anymore, because now your risk jump from 3% to 50 and 75% risk, and this is a nightmare. Now there we go. Now, if this ES cross this 37.70.25 and go above this projection at 73, kiss it goodbye. It's finished the market. And this is the sad part, because if you are the internet, I cannot do that. If you on those right now, this is where 90% of those amateur traders start losing money. They cannot read it. And no matter how much you optimize, or no matter what auto trade you have, and there's a certain time in the market. I mean, it could be God. I mean, you know, but if you do that in 10 minutes from now, he lose it. And then if you do it tomorrow, he's going to lose, because he's not consistent. He just took a shot in the air and it made it. And that is luck. Now it is between the 3 minutes ago. This is where we said this is a re-entry point. But now I don't want to call it, because it's a high risk trade and it's coming. And I don't want traders to get involved in it. But this is where right now, like, nobody knows what happened on Monday at 11 o'clock. If I know, I would have been a wealthy man. If I can see if this market is tradable or not by looking at live. But no matter how much we optimize auto trade, it can give you a little estimation that you need to start your auto trade. Those are the most winning time is between 10 and 3 or 10 and 12. And this is the hardest part in the trading, to end out of your balcony and when you need to. It is. So because of the internet connection and all this today, and I don't have any auto trades to live on the YouTube auto trades with you. We try to make it up with you to call a couple of trades, and I'm gonna leave the screen open so you can look at the signal coming here. But right now you are on an extreme high, so we're gonna keep the system running. But I'm gonna kill the microphone and before we get in trouble, and we will continue to see if we can find a trade for you. Okay. This is where we set the entry, and I'm not interested in the ES trade, as they are not hard to remember between those two lines here. So if you notice, from you start getting into this area here, you should not let your auto trade go down. So even if you are auto trading and you don't want to learn how to trade, I can respect that. But it does not hurt to so once you're auto trade, if you can save $200 one losing trade 2-3 times a week, that's $50,000 a year. So by putting those two lines here, it's not a magic. It's not gonna cost you to sit down and learn the market or anything. But if I was you, I will put those lines on my auto trade. So once this auto trade wanted to start taking a signal here, you can hold this trade not to take a signal, or you can have the auto trade to take a long trade only, and then it is finished. Like on our auto trade, 1% traders direct the auto trade long only, short trade, because once a guy wants to auto trade, he wants to have the auto trade do everything for him, to take a long trade only. But sadly, 90% they don't even do that. Sadly, I mean, but there is a tool here. We are a tool provider. We're not a magic number lines, and we have made those buttons, to say, okay, now. So we have provided the tools. We have done our job. But if a trader want to brush off those tools, we're not responsible for that. So that's how it is. I mean, we have thought about everything, but it's up to the trader to use his tools or not. It's not me. Clear. It's 37.25, and for one time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, trying to go below that line and was not able to. So it does not require a brilliant guy to understand this is your limitation on the NASDAQ for now. So the tools are there, gentlemen. Now, and we have covered it many times, even on a YouTube live here. But I mean, if a trader doesn't want to use it, I mean, what you want me to do? When we tell him you have a long and a short, and you can direct your auto trade lines, you can say long only, short only, and if they don't want to use it, what can I do? I mean, nothing I can do. We are a tool providers, and for me, I use them a lot because mood or maybe trade if I'm pissed, because I can make mistakes. But also, I can direct those auto trades. I can look here, and I can say, okay, long only, So you can do that if you want to, and if you hear a little work there. Chart, we don't see any trade. I prefer for you not to trade than to take a trade because you have to trade. Nobody said that. And this happened to us sometimes. We come in, we get up in the morning to look at the DAX, and we don't see any trades on the DAX. And then there you go. You get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for nothing. And this is part of the trading, So now the NASDAQ is going down, as we said. Finally, was able to break it. But it's not going to live happily after, because today is a Friday. This is your target. From that target, it's going to be profit taken, going back. And then if they decide, it depends on the timing, this is your target 2 for Friday. And those are your magic number. And then it is, you need to close Ninja Trader. Nothing is going to happen after that. Not unless if there is some heavy news. But if we look here, those are the institutional targets. And once you hit the 22.72.75, profit taking, and the market is gonna bounce right back up again. And you mark it on your chart. It is 27275, and the final destination for today, it is right there, 222250. It's very easy. So this is where now is 11 o'clock. Those two targets should hit before 12 o'clock. And this is an institutional numbers you don't mess with. And there is not too many people knows about those numbers. Not too many. That's why they've been working for over 20 years. Over 20 years they've been working, because not too many people knows those numbers. And when we came out 13, 14 years ago here to the public, I kept them away from my traders for over 2 years to make sure that no one can break them. And before I released it to my traders. So they've been around here with Best Pro Trade for 13, 14 years. And I've been using them privately for 21, 22 years. So there we go. And we are coming to the daily institutional numbers is 27275, and a profit taken on that number. And your second number is right there, 222275. 75. We're gonna stay on until the target one hit, and we're gonna see how. I'm gonna kill the microphone profit taking. Thank you. Look at it. We're going to target one. Profit taken on target one. Number. So once we hit this number, you're gonna see the market going back. Profit taken. I don't know if you can see the crosser. Really, I don't know on the YouTube you can see the crosser. Can anybody tell me you can see the crosser? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. 14. And your second target for today is 2250, and there is no more trade on the Nasdaq until Monday morning at target 1, target 2. Target 3 is for the afternoon, but you should not mess with it. Very rare the target 3 comes between 11 and 12. Very rare. I'm gonna stay quiet and I'm gonna keep running on this YouTube, and we will see where we're going with this. $22.11, 22. Okay. Your target 37. Wow. Okay. Jim, there is two way they do it. Sometimes it goes to target 1, go back, and sometimes you hit target 1 and target 2. That's why it's no longer valid trading. Go back to the videos for the last 3-4 years on the YouTube. I cannot say, I should not say, I will not say every time, because there is nothing definite about trading. You cannot say 100% videos. Should not say never. However, based on the profit taken, maybe the market is going to roll back up again. Entry. So now it is back and forth between 1 and 2. And then if we are able to go, because now is a profit taking, it's finished. The party is over. Elvis left the building. Entry again, because now 30, and normally on a days when you hit the target 2 and go between target 1 and is 11.21. So there we go. And the market, there is a lot of secrets in the market, and not too many people knows a lot of secrets about this market, and the ones they know, they don't never reveal it to anyone. But there is no indicator needed or auto trade needed, because that's, and the re-entry is 323. So if you notice here, every section on the chart have a different face, and now we said it's going to hit target 1, target 2, profit taken between 1 and 2. Go through all the videos for the last few years. This is still the same. And 90%, I don't know what is institutional numbers are. 90%, 90. And the other 10, there are half of them in Europe and the other half worldwide in USA and somewhere else. Not too many people knows them, That's why they still work, and there we go. There is a lag today, be up to 1 minute, 1 minute and a half on your, because I'm using an emergency internet. My internet is not, sometimes can lag up to 1 minute. So, and if you look at your chart, you will see those numbers. My ninja has to go to the third company, and from the third company to YouTube. And I'm using an emergency, not I'm okay. We are accomplished number 1 and 2. I want to wish everyone